Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, a fun community of cosplayers bringing you podcast recordings where we'll talk about different themes such as animes, fandoms, holidays, colors, and so much more. Today, we're presenting another favorite anime series, one that we've all been talking about these last couple of weeks, which is Sword Art Online. So, we're going to be talking about this slightly nostalgic, slightly newish anime show. So, very excited to discuss all the fun stuff that comes with it. But before we get into all of that, as always, I'd like to introduce the lovely guest and tea sippers here with me, starting with.
Hi, everybody. It's Naomi. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. And you know me as Lab West Cosplay on TikTok.
Uh, Hi, everybody. I go by Ardent Wings on TikTok and Instagram. And my pronouns are she, her.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chelsea McDougall, and my pronouns are she, her, and my socials are _X_StarlightBlazeBoo_X, only on Instagram, and what I do there is a video editor. And yeah.
The video editor in our midst, so very, very exciting stuff.
I also do Sword Art Online edits too. So for anyone who has a request for any characters, I also do Sword Art Online birthdays too. So feel free to request anything in the comments.
Sure. Definitely. Be sure to check out these lovely folks here. So let's see, and thank you all for joining me for tea today so we can talk about this topic. So real quick, my name is Jen. I'm the founder of Cosplay Tea Time as well as today's host. I go by she, her pronouns, Jen Cosplays 45 on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So you can check it all there. So yes, and that is our lovely introductions. And right now we're just going to go ahead and jump into today's theme. Not really going to do an icebreaker because we have a lot of fun and exciting questions and conversations to be had. So just real quick about the show, if you're not familiar with Sword Art Online, I will say, massive spoilers ahead. You have been warned. There is a lot. But real quick, Sword Art Online is a Japanese light novel written by, I don't know how to pronounce Japanese names wrong, so do not come at me, but Reki Kawahara, and illustrated by a bee. The light novels were released in 2009. An anime was released in Japan in 2012 and in America in 2013. The story occurs in the year 2022, where players use a headset called Nerve Gear and can engage in virtual reality massively multiplayer online role-playing game, VRMMORPG. The story follows Katsuto Kirito Kirigaya, who was one of the beta testers for the game. He finds out that he cannot log out of the game, and that in order to leave the game, all 100 floors of this floating castle, if you will, need to be cleared, and each floor gets progressively harder as you go up. If one dies in the game, meaning reaching 0 health, they also die in the real world. He usually fights solo, leveling up his gear, yet he meets many other players along the way: Klein, Asuna, Agil, Liz, and I never say her name right, Silica? Oh, I got it!
Right.
I always want to say silicone, and I'm like, that is not it at all. Cookie for Jen later. To help him survive in the game and in the real world. Later on, there are other series following the main characters once they start to explore other VRMMORPG related games. So that was it. There's a lot more to the story. I just kind of wrapped up the first season in a nutshell, but it does go more in depth, so it's definitely worth checking out. It's a fascinating show, fascinating series, which we're going to start talking about our experiences with. All right, we have a straggler in our midst. Ooh, introduce yourself.
I'm Jason. My pronouns are here. I have social medias on Instagram and TikTok, Crimson Fire Cosplayer.
There we go. Yay! And you joined just in time because we just did our little spiel. You'll have to go check out the video and what I had to say and all the names that I butchered. But I got one right, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So now we're going to go ahead and start with our questions. Get ready, Naomi. The first question is, what introduced you to Sword Art Online?
My boyfriend introduced me to Sword Art Online. I wasn't really paying attention because it's like, oh, this is probably not for me. And then he's like, oh, you should check this out. And it's like, fine.
I was originally introduced to Sword Art Online by one of my cousins on my dad's side, actually. I remember at the time it was a really popular show, and I put it off because I was like, oh, the hype, I don't, it's fine, whatever, I'll watch it eventually. And then she was like, you need to watch it. So I was late to the game, but I watched it, and I was like, up until about episode 9, I was like, what's the hype? But then I was like, then I understood, but we'll get to that later.
I wish she was here right now, but it's okay. On how I got introduced to Sword Art Online was my best friend Valencia. I remember we were in high school. We were 2 years apart in high school. I was a freshman, she's a junior. I never knew about Sword Art Online back then. And then she was like, okay, we'll watch it with you together. I was like, okay. And when I got into Sword Art, I absolutely loved it. It was like the best anime in my life. I absolutely loved it. That's how I got introduced.
I was introduced to it was either by a friend or I was seeing clips of it going around on YouTube. I can't remember if which one was which, and I didn't start watching until oh late 2010s. I want to say somewhere around that ballpark. I don't remember now.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. So, yeah, forever trying to remember things. Let's see. So, how I got introduced to Sword Art Online. So, back in the day, this was whenever I was first starting watching anime. So, around that 2012 2013 mark, I was watching Crunchyroll back in the day when you could watch Crunchyroll for free, but then you'd have like a minute or so of ads in between. It was kind of okay. And then, they'd show like different anime shows that were coming out, and one of them was Sword Art Online. They were showing like clips of it and stuff. And I was like, huh, this looks interesting. The music sounds good, which we'll get into here in a minute. But yeah, I was just like, well, maybe I'll try it a couple episodes. And then I binged it all within a week, and I was like, yeah, I really like this fandom. It was my first anime fandom that like really pulled me in. Like back then I was kind of watching the 90s, but this one I was like, huh, these recent animes aren't so bad. So how we all got introduced somehow, one way or another. So let's see. Up next we have, I know this is going to be a hard question, but who are your top 3 favorite characters from Sword Art Online?
It's been so long since I watched it. But I would probably have to say Silica, Kirito, and Asuna. Oh,
Uh, so for me, obviously, Asuna
Yeah.
is my number one, but I also one of my other favorites is also Kirito. And then Yuki. She I love her. Yuki.
I
And
forgot about her.
for I guess my slightly more obscure character would be Yuna, the singer in the movie.
Oh yeah, there's a movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My top 3 is Kirito, Asuna, the best, and I can't forget one character I'll never forget in my head, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Baby
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm going to remember who Yuji is. I'm going to go watch it again.
All I say, just think like
um,
Kirito, but with ice powers.
so Kirito and Asa, my top two, and this might surprise a lot of everybody. I like Xenon. I mean, she was afraid because of her backstory, what happened. But
Oh
she
yeah.
learns to get out of those fears. Like later on, she learns that, if I want to save my friends, I got to get over my childhood trauma.
It's the power of gradual exposure therapy, but in virtual reality. So it worked out. So let's see. I'm gonna go with everybody else. Top two: Kirito and Asuna. I love those two so much. They are my favorite anime couple in the whole wide world. I love them, little babies. And I'll say, surprisingly, Silica. At first, I thought she was kind of annoying. I liked her pet more than her. I was just like, well, we just have Pina. Like she's so cute and all this stuff. But whenever there's like a 2.5 hour YouTube review of the show, because I was like trying to come up with questions, but I didn't want to sit and watch all the episodes, so I did a quick review and stuff. I was like, you know what, her character is actually not too bad. So she's learning to stand up for herself, trying to survive. I think that's the key element and the theme of the show. So, hey, I'm gonna go Silica. But I can see Shinon as well. So, let's see. Up next, we have what is your favorite Sword Art Online arc?
It's been so long since I watched it, but I would probably have to say GGO Gun Gale Online is my favorite arc. Or to you, Arden.
Uh, I suppose I have two favorite arcs. The original main arc I love it. I mean, it's the first experience with the show. It's so good. But my other favorite arc would probably be the Mother's Rosario arc. That's the one with Yuki. So so many emotions.
My emotions. It's literally how I felt watching that arc.
Emotional damage.
Yes.
Exactly.
My favorite arc is hard because I love a lot of arcs. I love them, basically all of them. But if I had to pick, I gotta say either the Sword Art arc or Alice Station with Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh and the Integrity Knights. Yeah, I like that too. Especially like how Keto and the others are like little babies, and then they don't, and then soon they grow up. So I gotta say, between those two, I like Elevation more. On to you.
Okay, the way you said Alization, I was like, oh, wait, now I remember who Yu-Gi-Oh is. Duh.
Okay.
It's all coming
It
full
happens.
circle. It's all coming full circle again, yes. I will say this. I like the very first season, and I know people still give it flack after the first season, which, that were the naysayers. Alicization, they just said, okay, make Kirito small, but make him like the most overpowered anime character to exist for the time being. It's like, we love seeing this trope so many times.
And we'll keep seeing it forevermore now. Is one of the originals, I guess. Or maybe there's some back then. I don't know. But yeah, let me see. Favorite arc. I will say the OG arc, the original, because that's what got me into this whole series and fandom and all that. I do like moments of the fairy arc. I think we're gonna get into that. I was gonna say I like the music a lot more in the background. I feel like the animation took like a step up in that one, but story overall is the OG arc. Music and animation is the fairy arc. Accusation, I was not crazy about. I was kind of confused at first. I was like, what is going on here? Like, what's all these like tiny children doing? But then I understood and I was like, okay, that's great. And then, the story progressed. Then I was just getting more and more confused. And I'm like, can somebody get out a whiteboard and just like draw in very simple terms, like what is going on here and what do these words mean and stuff? So I need to do a deep dive of all of that because there's just so much. I definitely want to say, slight trigger warning too, in the OG series, it feels like, and I made a TikTok meme about this too, about how, in the beginning, it wasn't like as bloody and stuff like that. but like in accusation, it's kind of like, where did all this blood come from and stuff. So I was kind of a little bit not disappointed, but I was just like, this changes a little bit on how I like the show. So I'm in for the OG arc. So let's see. Trigger warning aside. So sorry about that, but had to get that out. Let's see. Up next we have what are your favorite outfits?
Favorite outfits? I would probably have to go with Asuna's OG outfit first, Kirito's OG outfit, and then Silica's OG outfit.
Well, favorite is definitely Asuna's second in command Knights of the Blood Oath outfit because it's just peak. I love it. I love it so much. This is my favorite cosplay for her. Besides that, I also really, really liked Silica's red outfit, the one more slightly higher level, I guess, when she gets that one. Love that one. And then Asuna's goddess outfit is just so good. So
I agree with you. I love Asuna's goddess outfit too. It's so beautiful. I love the pink contrast to it. Even Asuna's casual outfit she's been wearing too around Kirito. I love her casual outfit.
I want to say this, but I don't think a lot of people nowadays really talk about their outfits. It's like, come on, we need to be hearing more. And these artists, they really pour their heart and souls into these designs, and boy, did they not disappoint one bit. But I want to stick with Kirito's original because it's my favorite. It just reminds me a little bit of me always wearing black. Asuna's goddess outfit, yes, that's something. It's like, why are people talking about these designs? Like, come on, we need to hear more.
More.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I'll round it out to mostly agreeing with the crowd. Asuna's Knights of the Blood Oath outfits, Kirito's original outfits, as well as what floor were they on? 22, like their casual. Whenever they get the cabin and stuff, I can't remember which floor it was, but whenever they basically go take a break, those outfits were good.
Yeah, it was floor 22.
It was.
It was 22.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 22.
I don't know if I should be
Yeah, where
impressed or not.
where
Oh,
Asuna
no.
wore a yellow sweater.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like that. It looks so comfy and cozy, and I was so happy for
Is
her.
that the floor where she made her sandwiches?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think so. I know she
I
did some
think
Yes.
so,
cooking.
yes.
That's where she did the fishing thing. That was a really cool scene. So
Oh
Yes.
yeah, the
Yes.
fishing
Yes.
thing,
Yes.
yes.
yeah,
And attack the fish.
yeah.
Ooh, that it was so cool.
Fish.
The way that she surprised Kirito and the fisherman was like, whoa, your wife can actually beat a fish.
Strong. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. So, actually, speaking of which, that's going to transition to the next questions. That worked out perfectly, which is, what are some of your favorite moments of the show?
Honestly, my favorite moment of the show is when they were in 422 and Asuna made that giant sandwich for her and Kirito. And I was like, how are you going to eat that? And then I saw Kirito drop his and I was like, "Aw." Arden, back to you.
I have a few.
Go ahead.
Probably for I guess nostalgic purposes at this point, one of my favorite scenes is actually when they fight the boss battle in episode 9, because that was the scene that made me like, oh, this is a good show. I need to watch more. I need more of this. So yeah, that scene. A lot of the boss fight scenes in general, I just really really enjoyed, and could be chalked up there to favorites, like that one and the one with I think I think the other boss that I really liked that they fought was called the Bone Reaper or something. It's towards the end of the original arc, and that fight was just intense. But scenes that were not boss fights that I absolutely adored was pretty much everything to do with them on floor 22.
Yeah.
It was just too cute. But also there's scenes in like during the Mother's Rosario arc and towards the end where you start getting all those tearjerker moments coming out. A lot of that. And then there's oh gosh, maybe there's too many. I'm gonna stop there.
Oh, you're fine. You're okay. There's so many. Let's see, Chelsea.
I also got so many moments. Like, I can try to do a list, but I'll try to keep it short. I love romantic anime scenes, especially that one part where Kirito and Asuna kiss for the first time.
That was
It
fun.
was so romantic. Oh, I was so happy and squealy. And especially floor 22, which were after a few months later, where they first introduced Yui as their adopted daughter. So cute. Especially when she tried the sandwich. She's like, it's me. Like she's trying to hold the spiciness in. Oh, I got so many moments. But I'll stop there because it's too cute. And I love those two moments of those lovebirds.
I would need someone to remind me what's the name of the creator for SEO? The one who actually created the game. I can't think of his name for some reason. Is it Heathcliff? Someone got to
Yeah,
confirm that for me. Okay,
yeah, Heathcliff.
so I will say there was a lot of moments from the original I love more, and it was Kirito versus Heathcliff, like for the final time. I it just showed like this show had great potential to go further, and it did. Another moment, and this made me cry, was when they finally met in the real world for the first time. Just when they first come out, and he immediately goes finds her. I'm just like, I'm gonna find people who's cutting onions in my house. I'm gonna tell them, you better stop cutting onions for the love of God. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, man. Stop it. Stop it.
Who left this bowl of onions here? Us watching Sword Art Online. Not getting punched in the field. Like, but it's a good feeling. It's like a good, like Ardo Wing said, like nostalgic kind of moment and stuff. So, yeah. So real quick to round this up, floor 22. Gotta go with the crowd. Floor 22, just watching them be together and then adopting Yui and everything was like, oh, they have the perfect little family until they're called back to war. So, yeah, I enjoyed that. When they first kissed, I think he had just joined the Blood. Yeah, he had just joined the Knights and stuff, and then he had to fight. Yeah, that's right. He had to fight the one guy and stuff, and then he like rushes over and he kisses her and everything, and I'm just like, oh, they're in love. I love this. So that's when I got hooked into the show. That's when I was like, I am now an anime nerd, even though I was probably a year into watching anime in total. So yeah, did it just for me. So, but I'm a sucker for those types of moments. So, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Trying to think if there's anything else in like the other shows. Oh, I know an especially heartwarming moment. In the fairy arc. I think it's like Alfheim. Alfheim. I probably said that wrong.
Yeah, I'll find online.
I'll find
That's
yes.
all right. I'm so proud of myself right now,
Yeah.
guys.
You get a cookie.
I get another cookie. Yay! Thanks. So yeah, Alfheim. Whenever Kirito and Yui manage to get up to where Asuna's trapped in that cage, and he breaks through the bars, and they go over and they all hug together and stuff. I was like, oh, it's perfect. 2 seconds later, it gets ruined. You notice a pattern here. But yeah, in that moment, I was just like, oh my gosh, nothing wrong can happen. They're just little family. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just those little heartwarming moments. And then the music plays in the background and everything. So yeah. It's a good show, you guys. Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized? I have the questions printed out on my lap. And I'm looking on Discord and I'm like, what? Oh, okay. I'm silly. So up next we have which floor, so just sticking with the OG series and the floating castle in the sky, which floor would you like to visit?
422. Over to you, Arden.
Floor 22, but I have a little caveat because a little birdie told me that I guess they talk about it a little bit, like it's maybe kind of referenced in the show, but not really. We don't see the show, or we don't see it in the show, but floor 10 is apparently the Japanese traditional aesthetic floor.
Ooh.
I would like to go to
Mm.
floor 10. That would be
Oh.
awesome.
That'd be cool.
I'm also sticking to the same thing. Floor 22. It's beautiful.
I want to say also floor 22, but I like that how you pointed out that we actually never got to see floor 10. Even in the manga, and it's like, can we at least, like, maybe in the future, like, hey, this is what floor 10 looked like. We just never got into the show. It's like, we want to see the aesthetics. It's all we want to see. Please.
See, I didn't even know that. So there
I
was a
think
floor.
I think it's mentioned in the books, like the light novels mostly. I don't know that we get a whole lot of information yet, but there's enough to allude to what's going on
Okay.
in the aesthetic of floor 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I want to go to floor 10. I'm coming with you all. We're going to floor 10. We'll make a pit stop to floor 22, but my real answer is I want to know what floor 100 is like. I'm really sad they didn't make it up there. I don't know if it's in the light novels. I don't really read those because I got to buy philosophy books and psychology books, and those are pretty penny. So, but yeah, I want to see what floor 100's like. Like, what are they trying to get to at the top?
Mm.
So, don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually
Oh, do you
there
know?
is a movie that actually does explain Floor 100 actually.
There is. How many
Sort
That's
movies?
right.
yeah. Ordinal scale.
Saturday.
Ordinal scale.
Or no scale.
That's right.
Yep.
It's the Red Castle.
Yep.
Uh,
It's the Red Castle. It's that big ultra beast boss.
mm,
In Ordinal scale it explains it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back and
all the
rewatch that.
movies. Yeah, all the movies are on
Watch it on
Crunchyroll.
or on Hulu Disney Plus.
Not sponsored, by the way. So yeah.
But yeah, not sponsored.
No, it's fine.
Hashtag not
I am not
sponsored.
sponsored.
Yes.
My question is, are the movies canon?
It can be canon.
It can
Yes.
be canon.
Ordinal scale is canon to Elization arc of War of Wonderworld. So yes.
I should have looked at that.
I don't know if I can spoil I don't know if you want me to spoil a bit about
We
that or
already
not.
did a spoiler warning at the beginning of the show. We all have been warned, pre-warned. So
Yeah.
if you want to provide like a small context, you can, Chelsea.
Alright. So spoiler warning to anyone who has or has not seen, you've been warned. In Sword Art Online War of Underworld, in one of the parts, I think it was part 1 or 2, Yuna and Iji from Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale joined the game to help to beat this character named Prince of Hell. He's the main antagonist of Elization. And we thought, oh, it's the demonstrator. No, it was him. He's the one who's taking over other characters and eliminating, I don't want to say kill, but eliminating characters. And then, yeah, we see those two are actually join the game and help Kirito defeat Prince of Hell. So, yeah, they are connected.
They're connected. Okay. So it does sound like the movies are canonically connected. You just have to like, kind of like with My Hero Academia, you have to watch them in a certain order in between, or even Demon Slayer. So
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. So there you go. Someone out there probably has a website with it on there. So, but yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Chelsea, for explaining all that. So
you're welcome.
let's see. Up next, we have which weapon would you want to have?
I don't remember any of their weapons except for Kirito's sword, and that's it. Over to you, Arden.
In keeping on theme, on brand for myself, it would be Lambent Light, Asuna's sword.
For me, I have a lot like a lot, but I'll keep it like if I can do like more than one. So I don't want to try to copy. I do want Asuna's rapier, sure, but you can't forget Kirito's dual blade. They're so cool. Or even Yuki Kono's is Mother's Rosario sword, just from memory, and even Yu-Gi-Oh's blue rose sword, definitely. So yeah, those especially my favorites.
By this point, just give me all the Kirito swords up. they'll just be hidden somewhere. Nobody will ever know but me. Mm.
Y'all are just building your little armories. Like, we're just gonna store all these. Don't mind Crescent Rose over there. Like,
It's like, no, these are just for emergencies. I promise. They're for for home. They're they're the perfect home defense weapons.
there you go. So, no, it sounds good. Let me see. I think it was yeah, Shinon in Gun Gale, her sniper rifle. I really liked that. But then I
Yes.
think in the fairy, the Alfheim one, I think she switched over to a bow and arrow. I think I was supposed to fact check that and didn't, but I thought that was cool. Like she was still like long range, but a different thing because obviously fairies don't wield guns typically. So I thought that was pretty clever. So
But yeah, you're actually correct, Jen. Xenon did have a bow and arrow in Sword Art
okay,
Online
just double check.
line.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, just to be
But
sure.
first, can I do a little spoiler if that's okay?
Yeah, you can do a spoiler.
In Sword Art Online World Underworld, when Xenon became a goddess, Xenon can change into a gun into a bow at the same time.
I need to rewatch that. That sounds really cool.
I need to
Yes,
watch
it's really
that.
cool.
Gonna add that to my
It's
fantasy world.
I'll remind you.
I know. So, yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Let's see. So, up next we have a sad one, which we've talked a little bit about, but if y'all want to elaborate, you can. Which is, what are some Sword Art Online moments that made you cry?
Honestly, it's been so long since I watched the anime. Like I watched it when it first came out, so half of it is a blur to me. So honestly, I can't tell you anything, Jen.
That's okay.
Well, for sure, the Mother's Rosario arc ending, I was a mess of tears. Mess of tears all over the place. So that one was rough. And then there were a couple of spots in the later seasons that were real tearjerkers too. There was some scenes with some heavy emotions a lot in Alicization. So I probably cried the most actually during several pieces of that arc. But yeah, so all right.
I have tons, and I cry a lot with certain emotional scenes, but I have a lot. So like when I think when Yui died at first, when we didn't, that's really what got me to cry. Or even Yuki's death because she was dying of an illness. Or Yu-Gi-Oh's death. Or really, what really gets me is War of Underworld when everybody was going to. Element was all like all everybody was dying, like crying like a crazy. Like emotions can't be expressed. How sad I was. I was like, when is it ever gonna end? I'm tired of crying. Like it's too sad. I almost would have stopped, but my determination wouldn't continue. So yeah, those deaths would always get me to cry.
Personally, the first sad moment that comes to mind is when Heathcliff just announces to everybody, "If you die in game, you die in real life." It's like because you don't. Even the worst part is, we still don't know what the total death toll is and how many people actually died in game and in real life.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit more disturbing and haunting. It's like, Yuki dying from illness. I mean, holy crap.
Mhm.
Like they just wrote a great character and then all of a sudden just I don't know, they
Mhm.
just pull the rug under you. It's like,
Mhm.
are you kidding me? Like, man, like it's like I can't forgive the writers for this. I can't forgive them. Here, listen to this character.
Mhm.
Oh, oops.
Mhm. No, it's such a real thing. Maybe that's why it's so impactful. It's like, HIV. I believe that's what she had was AIDS and everything, and she was dying from AIDS, and they were using like, the virtual reality world to see if it kept her alive. I might be paraphrasing here, but and then they made her likable. They made her. I always thought she was kind of spunky. I don't know what kind of word you all would use to describe her. She was just very spunky, like very warrior focused and stuff. And then they were just like, and she's gone. And it's like, and make her come back, like they did with Yui. Because literally, like so far, I binged all of like season 1 and 2 in a couple of days. So the scene where like Yui, they found out like she was an AI and everything like that, and then she's gone. And the last thing she tells Asuna is like, mother, smile. And I'm like, no, you small child, get back here. So when Asuna started crying, I started crying. And then later on, whenever, Kirito goes to the fairy world and he's like, oh, I can bring this thing back. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then he brings back Yui, and I'm like, it's a miracle. So those were happy tears at that time. So and then yeah, Yuki definitely. But there's another moment I think a lot of people miss, and that's the scene. I don't know which episode it is, but it's like right before like the final battle in the OG, and Kirito and Asuna, they come back from their little mini vacay, and they're standing in the room talking, and Asuna starts crying, saying like she wanted to grow old with him, she wanted to meet him in the real world, and now she might not have that chance, and he's trying to comfort her and stuff. Yeah, I bawled like a baby. I don't know why. Maybe I have attachment issues or something, but I was like, oh, they're young. They're just babies. They're like under 18 and stuff. And I'm like, this hurts like a lot. So it makes it like real in a
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, I was a mess. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Should I skip ahead? I was like, no, just keep watching. So yeah, it's you right in the feels. So
It
let's
does.
see, it does. So okay, that was a heavy question. Thank you all for answering. So we'll go right back up to what are some of your favorite Sword Art Online songs and slash or background music?
I love all the opening themes.
Mm.
Lisa with the first season opener, Crossing Field, that's a banger. Arrow Eye with Innocence for the second season, also a banger. I love both of them. Over to you, Arden.
I'm really bad about music. I don't know the names of hardly anything, but I know I love it. So the only actual song name that I know that I absolutely adore is the original opening song, The Crossing Fields.
Yeah.
I love that song. It is so great. And I wish I could remember the other song names or like whereabouts they were placed in the show, but I cannot explain any of it because I just hear it and I know it.
Yeah. Feel that.
So,
Mhm.
on to you.
Hmm. For me, I especially love the OG Crossing Field. Nothing goes wrong with OG Crossing Field when you first start on Sword Art for the first time.
Mhm.
But I also love also a lot others too, like from Sword Art Online 2. Forgot what it's called. Song from Gun Gale from Ear Oi. That was cool. I forgot
Ignite.
the one. Yes, Ignite. Thank you. Yes.
That was good.
Ordinal Scale with Catch the Moment. Elicitation, even more of underworld music. I love them all. So I gotta stick with all of them, especially.
Mhm.
Thank you again with Ignite, Ear from Ear Oi. Yes.
A lot of the other ones I don't because it's been so long since I last watched Ezio, but I gotta go with Crossville. It's one of those songs it's a scratch for an itch you just can't get rid of. It was so well written by a well known artist that really can still who's still making more great songs to this day for more anime. It's like
Mm-hmm.
this is what we need. This is what we need.
Great. So I'll jump on the bandwagon. Crossing Fields is nostalgic, gets you all hyped up and everything. So, and I think just like any of the music, like I don't know if it's like whenever they're in the tavern or something, it's like this like little like low classical beat or something like that. I think it was, or I'm getting confused with another show, but yeah, pretty much any of the background music, like whenever they're talking, it just is so peaceful and everything. At least the peaceful moments, the intense scenes and stuff, like whenever Kirito's like trying to fly up into the I don't want to say fairy castle, that might be wrong, but that whole like tower, he had to like get through the floor to get to Asuna and stuff like that. Like that, when I was rewatching that scene, I was like, oh my gosh, the music's so intense, like has you on the edge of your seat. So it's got a little bit of everything. That's what it sounds like. So we'll make a playlist here soon, one of these days. We shall see. So let's see. I think I have one more question. Yes, I do. So this is my last question, at least on my list, which is if you could spend a day with a character from Sword Art Online, who would it be with and what would you do?
Asuna, and I actually would help her make those sandwiches that she made for everybody.
Asuna.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just want to go have a girls' day with her. Like, I don't know, mani-pedis, spa day, just something to just talk. I want to pick her brain.
As you should.
On
I also agree. Asuna, Yuki for sure. And I will do probably like just talk about life and how how she is with Kirito and her daughter Yui. Talk about family and how life is going and just practice probably some rapier practice and stuff too. Especially training too. Especially for upcoming combat. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would like to spend day with Kirito. I mean, like, there's still a lot of things we don't know about him. So he's like that. He's just mysterious. Like, I want to pick his brains apart too. Be like, what are your interests besides, your love interest in gaming?
Pretty much how he is in the first couple of seasons, but yeah, surprisingly, I was gonna say Kirito because I'd like to watch him train or even train with him at I think it's a dojo. Is what they have in their like near their family home and stuff. So like do like a training thing, and then maybe like go get coffee or something afterwards. Maybe go to one guy's place. I can never remember his name. It's like the
Aegil?
Egio,
Are you
yes.
talking about the?
Okay.
Egyo.
Yep.
Yep.
Egyo.
Yep. Egio. Or even go to his place. I hope he serves coffee. But yeah, just something a little bit different. So let's see. And with that, that is all the questions I have. So let's see. As always, I like to turn it over to the guests and tea sippers, see if they have folks related to Sword Art Online for folks here in the tea room or for viewers out there. So we'll start with Naomi.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, okay. Naomi? No? Chelsea?
I don't know. I try to ask Florencia for any questions, but I think
No.
she don't have any at the moment.
No. Okay. That's sweet. You were
I
trying to
really
include
enjoyed the
her. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna throw everybody a curveball. If you could be like some of the people from like some of the voice cast from SEO, who would it be?
Ooh.
Mm.
Mm.
Bryce.
A given. Japanese or English? Both.
Either or.
Okay. Hmm.
I mean, Jeremy. She does
Huh. Awesome.
Jeremy Lee.
Awesome.
She's so sweet. I did meet her once.
Did you? Oh.
I would meet Bryce Tappenbrook. He's been my childhood favorite voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Murray, especially. And we can't forget Stephanie Seth. She's the voice who does Yui. You have to get all the family together.
That'd be
Mhm.
so cute. I need that. I need them
Yes.
all at a table. Asuna, Kirito, and then Yui in the middle. Yes, that's my final answer.
Yay.
So
Oh, real quick, Ardent Wings, and then Jason.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's both related and unrelated at the same time. It just reminded me, I did a cosplay group, and we were Asuna, Kirito, and Yui, and so I was reminded.
Please send pictures later. If you can find them, please send pictures. I'd love to see them.
we need more.
I
We need
think
more.
I might be able to find them. We at the time it was just a cosplay. It's not just a cosplay anymore. We're all like
Oh.
really, really close now, like family like close now. So
Yay!
Bryce, I would love to meet again. I've met, like I said, I met him one time. Almost met him again last year. Jeremy, I almost met, but she had to cancel because she had a family emergency. So, Bryce is technically the only person from SAO I've ever met.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do the other voice actors like Klein, Elizabeth, Silica, do they do
No,
meets and stuff?
Really?
not
I don't know.
not to my knowledge. No.
No.
I don't think so.
I think I saw something recently where the English voice actor for I think Lifa is coming to a convention near me. I have to
Nice.
double check that.
Cool.
Leafa was another great character. I liked her.
Lifa or
Oh wait, that's
Sugo.
that's Kirito's cousin, isn't it?
Yes. They were
Mhm.
cousins.
Yeah.
Aha!
Aha, we remembered. Actually,
Yeah,
speaking of
solid
which, because bringing up Lifa made me think of my Funko Pop, I have another question for you all, which is what are some like Sword Art Online merchandise you all have and slash or want to get? Naomi.
I have a plushie of Kirito. He's kind of banged up, so I keep him in my pet net right here.
I have quite a few things.
Oh, boy.
There are several figures of Asuna that I really, really would like, but I do not have the money for them. However, what I do have a few of the usual like Asuna and Kirito figures, like the pop-up parade ones, but I do have the wedding kimono Asuna, like big figure.
Really?
Oh, that thing's expensive.
When it was, I think I got it on pre-order for like $350. It was a big expenditure at the time. I was like, nope, it's mine. I don't care. And then we got the floors redone at my parents' house, and the contractors knocked a piece of it down. So I'm missing some things, and there's a little damage. So I was not happy. The figure itself is fine. It's just like some periphery stuff that got, they have like it's like a plate in the background that it's fine. It's fine. But I also have I have all of their swords. I have for Asuna specifically, I have both a real steel version of her sword and a foam one for cosplay. But that one doesn't have a sheath. I need to make one. But yeah, there's a few other things that I would love to get as merch, but oh, we also have wall scrolls. We have a couple of wall scrolls
Mhm.
and a variety of other things. There's a lot of Sword Art Online merchandise and signed things and whatnot in this particular household.
Mhm.
Sounds awesome. Let's see, Chelsea, any merch you own, Sword Art Online related, or things you're looking into getting?
I wish to own a cosplay or any of the foam weapons, especially. I wish, but I will whenever I can meet the voice actors of what I said with Bryce Pepperbrook, Carrie Melee, or Stephanie Steph. I
Mhm.
would so be happy to meet them all. But yeah, I wish I do, but I sadly don't. But I will be soon in the future, hopefully. Crossing my fingers.
Some
Yay!
fingers for you.
Thank you.
See, Jason, any merch?
I do have a hoodie of Kirito that I can show a picture later of. As I already mentioned before, I do have a signed autograph from Bryce. If I want to own something, I would like to actually own like the original swords Kirito has, like not the foam ones, but like actual ones. Even though that would be cost me an arm and a leg. Don't relate to a certain anime.
Are you looking for battle ready steel? Because you might not have to spend too much to get the not battle ready steel version. Mine was only like $70 for my Asuna sword, so
If it's send me a DM later, I would check. If there's anything I want to own at some point is yes, I do want to be Kirito at some point in the future for sure. Because it's been on my list to do for so long, and it's been sitting on the back burner.
Oh, one day, not yet. So we've been talking about. Let me see. So running off this random question, I decided to throw in. I did in the early 10s after I watched the show. I went to Hot Topic and I got like one of those rubber bracelets with Knights of the Blood Oaths, and I had it for years and years. But then I got rid of it, and then we did this podcast recording. I was like, gosh darn it. So instead, 4-State Comic-Con Hagerstown, I got the necklace of Kirito in his fairy form. It's pretty small. Long chain. And then in Harrisburg, I found from the same jewelry person, Asuna and Kirito earrings. So at least supporting with the jewelry.
Yay!
And then, of course, I have the Funko Pop of Asuna. I also have Kirito and Lifa, which completes the Funko Pop set. So it's funny, it's my first anime I really got into, and then it's my first Funko Pop set that was complete. So Spy X Family is next, but yes. So, and hopefully one day I'm hoping to get Asuna's cosplay. I think that's been on the table since I started cosplaying 6 years ago. So I'm really hoping to get her outfit, maybe a foam sword. I don't want a real sword. Like, it's a little scary sometimes, and I'm a bit clumsy. So yeah, foam would be the way to go. Yeah, I think that's all I have. Oh no, wait, I lied. I have one more thing, which is something my husband got for me a couple years ago when we were first dating. So this thing's 10 years old, but it's like a little figure that you can like change their expressions and stuff, and you can change like their little outfits. I'll show it to you guys later on, but I don't know what it's completely called.
Is it like
Is it
the
Nedroid?
Nedroid?
Maybe it's a Nedroid.
is
Oh
it
yeah, Jen.
chibi looking or is it full size? Like
It's chibi. It's like this big. So
okay, maybe an Android then, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably that, George.
I think so. Okay,
Yeah.
I have that too in Asuna. So. Let's see. So did anyone else have any other questions or anything they wanted to add?
I got 2 questions, but
Two
I also
questions.
forgot to mention too that the Sword Art Online thing I do have is Sword Art Online earrings, but it's so cute. One side is Kirito with her rapier in Yui's heart, like she wore on the necklace, and the other one is Kirito's 2 blades in one side. It's so cute.
Dual
Cute.
earrings. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Chelsea, so what's the first of your questions?
What has to be? It don't matter if it's more than one. What is one of your favorite funniest moments? Then Sword Art Online has a few great funny moments of Kirito or any others being silly. Be the funniest moments of all.
Oh god, you're really pushing my memory here.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I know there was several moments that were quite amusing, but the one that's coming to my memory at the moment is in the original or the first season there was a point where there's a guy in the Knights of the Blood Oath who's like kind of trying to act like Asuna's guard, and she just is always trying to elude him and get away from him, and she really doesn't like him. And then like there's a scene where she like comes running at Kirito and hides behind him from this guy because she is just so done with him. And just I think after that they have like I think Kirito and that guy have a like duel or something. And just but that whole scene just I thought it was hilarious.
It's funny. Yeah.
So you are correct. They do have it all. So you are correct.
Okay. Okay.
It's been a minute, so I'm like
Good.
trying to pull it out of my brain.
That's one of them. Oh god. I think like one of the other funny moments I have is just like when it comes to the Alfheim Online arc, he's like, "Oh, I can just easily reach the top of the tower. What's going to stop me?" Oh, well, I didn't think that through.
Lethal warned them. They're
Yeah,
just like gung ho.
recklessness will get you nowhere.
True that. True that. Let me see. My funny moment is whenever he's joining the fairy Alheim world, but he's like falling from the sky, and then all of a sudden it's like I don't know if it was like a gust of wind or there was some sort of error or something, and then he just goes like crashing into the trees and stuff. It's like, yeah, that went well for you. So I don't know why that was funny. I think it was funny at the time. I was like, ha ha. You're supposed to be like this whole elegant boy, and instead you're falling into trees with leaves in your hair. It's like, okay. So let's see. Chelsea, what's one of your favorite, funniest moments of Sword Art Online?
My favorite funny moment was when it was an Athlon on online, and then I forgot what they were looking for, but I remember Kirito was talking to Sinon, just being cocky, and then pulled her tail, and Sinon got all mad. Like a cat doesn't like being pulled by the tail. It's just hilarious, just looking back sometimes. Out of every moment from every Sword Art Online, every arc, and it's gonna be hard to pick one. If it's hard to pick one, that's okay. You can choose multiple because it's multiple for me. But what is your favorite Kirito and Asuna moment out of every season? It's hard.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're gonna be here all night.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
god.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
What have you done? No. Oh gosh, favorite scenes. With them specifically. Mm, I mean, first kiss scene. I feel like that one is an obvious one, but for once in my life, I'm gonna go to a later season. There is like when during the Alicization arc, when Asuna finally gets back to find Kirito and he's like catatonic, like just her getting there and finding him, like, and all the the culmination of all her effort to do everything she did to get there. I was like that was extremely impactful for me.
The first time they encountered each other, they just said, team up with me, you'll live. Second one comes to mind is when they fought the first boss together. Just the whole switch like tag team out like in between combos. It's pretty wild. And the last answer I have to give is the first time they met in the real world after the whole ordeal ended. So
That sounds good. So I'm pretty much gonna go with what Ardent Ring said was like the first kiss, that first moment in order together romantically and everything. Whenever they get married, it's very, very sweet and everything. Even though I wish we had the
yes.
wedding, but that's okay. Have hope. And then, excuse me, and then the later season, whenever Asuna finds Kirito and she's like hugging him. I don't know how many times. I think somebody shared a clip online on YouTube. I don't think you're really supposed to do, but I probably replayed that clip like hundreds of times because I was just like, oh, my babies are reunited. It feels so good. So, yes, let's see. Chelsea, what are some of your favorite moments of the happy couple?
When they first met in Sword Art, and that's when they first formed their party. And throughout then, they were starting to get to know each other. And then they got, of course, their first kiss. Them battling toward the end, especially when Asuna got defeated by Heathcliff, he took revenge, and then they met each other. Especially when they meet in the real life world, it was so nice, and everything throughout from Elization when they finally reunited, it was so nice. I have like a lot, so that's as far as I can remember, especially after online memories too. So romantic.
It is very lovely. It's
I
so.
do have an honorable mention scene if I
Ooh,
could.
yes, you can.
Honorable mention for the two of them. It's a little bit also funny, so
Yeah.
it's maybe for both of these things.
Mhm.
But the scene in the first season or the first arc where Kirito is taking a nap in just under a tree, and she's like, you should be you working harder than this. He's like, it's literally the most optimal day of the weather like in the game right now. You should
Yeah.
take advantage. And like she's all huffy, but then she ends up falling asleep too and getting all embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
So that honorable mention for that scene.
That was adorable. Yeah. All flustered and everything. And then she took him out like later on. It's like a thank you because like somebody could have came up and killed her while she was sleeping and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Honorable mention, so it's a good one. Let's see, Chelsea, any other questions?
Not that I know of.
That you
That is
know
all I
of?
got.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you for those two. So, and Jason, Ardent, you're good? Any more fun stories or tales, questions, trivia? Nope. Alrighty. Well, that is it for our Sword Art Online podcast. So, just want to say thank you all so much for joining and attending. Thanks for sticking through with all the little nuances that happened. I really appreciate it. So, let's see. And just want to say too, if you're a cosplayer out there and you want to join Cosplay Tea Time so you can sit and chat and have fun, share stories and experiences and all that. Oh, okay. I thought it was the cats, but
No, it
no,
was
we're
even more unexpected.
That's okay. But yes, if you're a cosplayer and you want to join Cosplay Tea Time, just be sure to message us on our Instagram. We'll have a link tree down below. You can go follow, support. Make sure you follow the lovely guest and tea sippers here. So, but we'll get you squared away in our Discord. We have a lot of channels you can chat in. We can talk about Sword Art Online, different things like that. So, you must be 18 years or older to join just for safety reasons. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to take off into our little corners of the world, but just want to say thank you all again so much for joining. Appreciate your time coming and talking about this special little show. It's not really little, there's a lot of arcs and story and lore, but it means something to each of us, I feel like. So we're going to keep at it. So just want to say thank you to the viewers out there for watching. Hopefully you're taking care, staying safe, and we'll see you in the next episode. And as always, keep sipping away. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.